I'm with you. How are we all? Good afternoon. It's afternoon here now. I'm not used to doing it at this time, 12:30. But I thought I'd try just a little later, in case that helps anyone who it would otherwise be a really early morning for. Um, so there's a few of you here. Thank you for being here. I've missed a bit of the chat, so I'm just a touch late, a couple of minutes late. But I gather that we have Sam, Ruth, Winter, SS, Mark, and Chrissy here. Hi, guys. Jasmine. Who else have we got? Natalie, Soul Empress is here. Um, hi, Clark. You're here. If I've missed anyone, oh, Thomas. I think I remember seeing Thomas. Sandra's here. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. But I'll say hi to you as we go along. Keep chatting. And yeah, so this was a surprise live stream. Kind of threw this on you. And it was a surprise for me too, because I made a last minute decision on it. Literally decided yesterday to do this. And so I've been thinking a lot. If you've seen my recent live streams, I've been thinking about trying to get some of my puzzles done. And like I've got like, for example, I'm doing a lot of my large piece counts and I'm doing smaller puzzles because they're kind of covered by live streams, but also by videos. And also, but I've got this like in between kind of piece count puzzle, and that's like 1,500 and 2,000. And although I really classify 2,000 as large piece count, just it's kind of borderline. But I don't know, I felt like I was getting quite a large collection of 2K puzzles and no real plan for doing them. So I was on the lookout for a puzzle board, to see if maybe I could do some in the lounge. And then I was like, well, maybe I could do a third live stream, which kind of covers this size. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit to 3 a week. Why has my camera done that? That was weird. That was odd. Um, Usually the camera screen has like loads of little like graphics around the side, like some things, and I turn those off for lives because everything you see on the camera basically is what the camera screen sees. So I have to turn all that off, but for some reason it popped up there. Oh, do you know what though? I haven't changed it to manual focus. I may have to just do that. Give me a second while I remember. This is what I mean. Like literally everything on the camera screen um comes up on the main screen. This was something I had to figure out. Oh, right. So now is that going to disappear? Yeah. I'm hoping that fixes it. Is it still fine? The picture? Probably with manual focus is sometimes I have to like manually, like actually manually focus it. But anyway, hopefully that's still fine. Hello, Puzzling Lamb. Hi, Rose. Hi, Claudia. And Sonia's here as well. Hi, guys. Natalie's here. Did I say hi to you, Natalie? Can't remember. Hi, Anna. Oh, you're. I thought you were working today. I'm glad you're here. You're lurking. You're lurking from work. Are we having technical difficulties? No, not really. I forgot to put it on manual focus. I wonder if that's why it came up. It kind of came up as a result of it trying to autofocus. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I did forget to do that. So hopefully that fixes it. Um, yeah. So I was giving you the story as to how this live stream came to be. So I was like, could I do a third live stream? And then I was like, oh, it keeps doing it. Why does it keep doing it? Right. Don't keep coming up. Why does that keep coming up? It's very odd. My camera doesn't normally do that. Okay, I'm really hoping that doesn't continue. I don't know why my camera suddenly started doing that. So I was like, oh, do I want to do one every week? Do I want to do 3 live streams a week? That's quite a lot. And then I thought, well, it would be maybe quite cool to do one now and again, an extra one, and just try and get some of those puzzles done that are otherwise going to sit on the shelf for a long time. And it's summer, so I mean, two of my jobs basically I don't, because they're like term time only, I'm not having to do them, so I'm not kind of rushing around as much. So I thought, yeah, let's do this one. And because it was very last minute, I had to literally sort it all yesterday. But it was thankfully quite an easy sort. So that's doing my head in. I don't understand why my camera keeps doing that. I don't know if I've got a loose cable or, and it just keeps like trying to reset itself or what. Gosh, yeah, like my camera's really good and you can stream with it. Well, it's got all these quirks which just makes it awkward to use sometimes. If that does keep happening, I'm not entirely sure what the fix is, so we may have to just put up with it, but that's really frustrating. It hasn't done that on recent streams, has it? I don't always notice because I'm looking at the puzzle. Really enjoying having different streams for different puzzles and different counts myself. I look forward to the variety. Oh, that's good. I mean, it's good to have your feedback. Yes, 3 live streams a week. I know a lot of people like the lives. Some people prefer the videos because they don't have time to watch all the lives. What I would like people to understand, and they're probably not watching this because they don't watch lives, but what I want people to understand is that I'm still going to put videos out. It's just sometimes I'm a bit slower putting videos out because if I happen to have just a busy point of life, it's they get a bit delayed because I have to edit them and stuff. So there's like extra things that go into them. But I don't, I'm not stopping doing normal videos. So I kind of just want to reassure people about that. So anyway, I thought I would just do this during the summer when I've got a little bit more time. And it'll be a bit ad hoc. I mean, it might just be every Tuesday at the same time. I may change it just depending. Um, but it would just be good maybe just to see how it goes and see how people like it. I just saw someone earlier today in a puzzling group post the big Lahaina puzzle. I was second to ask about if she wanted to sell. You were second. Whenever I see that puzzle go up in puzzle groups, somebody always asks if they're selling it. There's a couple on eBay at the minute, and in fact, there was one in Europe that's really quite a good price. And talking of Lahaina Vision, I'll tell you a story about that in a second. I'm just going to catch up with the chat. So you will have to leave at one point. You're at work. Have some time till the meeting starts. Oh, good, good. Well, I'm glad you're here for a little bit at least. Camera is obviously not a fan of the third week. I know it's too tired. It's like, no, I can't take it anymore. I wonder if there was just a wee cable not quite in properly. I don't want to speak too soon. Well, just keep an eye on it. Also, I've seen two people either selling or finishing the 6K downtown I couldn't find. So the universe is clearly saying that I should get it. Yes, absolutely. By the way, I just want to point out there's a lot of talk about downtown at the moment, and I have created the channel in Discord at the request of Sam and SS, but I'm not going to be starting that till after I've done the 2 wildlife sections. So you do have time to get hold of it. It doesn't need to be a mad rush. It's not like I'm not starting it like next week or anything like that. I've got to do wildlife first. So don't worry if you've not got it yet or you're not quite sure if you will get it in time, because it's going to be a few weeks. Um, but also, I'm going to be doing it slowly because I'm going to be doing it over, the course of, I'm going to have to film the whole thing and stuff like that. So you might catch up with me anyway. I mean, a lot of people did that with Woodland Fantasy Garden. So yeah, so don't worry if you're still trying to get it, but you've not got it yet. Yes, join us! Yay! Go on a mission and get that Puzzle Soul Empress. Yes, do. I agree with Ruth. Hello, Puzzling Land. Thank you. We don't see anything wrong. That's good. That's good. Thank you, SS. Hi, Brian. You love the live streams. Yeah, a lot of people do. It is nice. It is nice. Morning, Ela. How you doing? Leaving to drive to the commuter train. I'll be listening but can't chat and drive. Yes. Safety first. Safety first. Glad you're here though, Ela. Hi, Sherry. You love the live streams. Vicky, we love the lives, but also the videos, as the time difference here means we miss your evening ones. So we catch up later on a video. Love your content. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know. And it's hard as well. It's hard to catch everybody at a decent time. I posted the Star Wars puzzle in a group at one point, and instantly people started asking if I was willing to sell it. Yeah, yeah. I'm expecting that when I start posting those two puzzles in particular. Like, no, come on now. Don't ask silly questions. I like it. I like it. I can't even blame them. If someone posted the Minions puzzle, I'd be asking. There's still one on eBay that's like over £1,000. And that's Pat, like over £1,000. That's just crazy. Why Minions? Like, why that one? What? I mean, Minions is fine, but it's not Star Wars, is it? I don't know. I think they must just create scarcity for certain puzzles. I don't know how they pick which ones they're going to do it with, but that one, I don't know, it bamboozles me a bit. Well, someone just sent me a message, but the box and some pieces are a bit damaged, so I'm going to pass. But it is tempting. All right, about the downtown. Your jigsaw puzzle looks amazing and hard. Well, I've heard that it's harder than it looks. And there's a couple of people who've done it in the Discord. Sam, you've done it, haven't you? There it is again. Is it when I jiggle the table? No, I don't know what that was. And Chimera in the Discord server. I'm not sure if Chimera has a different name here. But yeah, they're doing it just now too. And both of you said that there are elements of it that were tricky. I'm looking forward to it. I like that it's like a color block. So I have sorted this entirely by color, and it was a lot like sorting a gradient. But there's a lot of you've obviously got an image here too. So there was ways I could narrow it down and things like that. So it was a little bit easier than sorting a gradient. But I'm hoping that I can get a good flow with it. But it does look like a lovely puzzle. I think it's going to be great for live streaming. I very rarely catch the lives live. I really enjoy watching them back later and have them on in the background while I puzzle. Yeah, a lot of people do that. Yeah. Thank you though. Thanks for watching that. I'm glad people watch them after. What I'm thinking of doing with the lives, not all of them, but some of them, is making like a summary video for the large piece counts, not for the small piece counts. So like I won't do it for Disney Museum because I've already got videos out on that. Because I've done the puzzle before, but show some love to Vicky, everyone, and like the stream. Oh, thank you. Not paying £1,000 for a puzzle. I know it's ridiculous. There's someone on eBay selling for 1,299 plus P&P for 18k evening walk in Paris. What? Goodness me. No, the Lahaina. Oh, yeah. Beautiful puzzle, Sam. Yeah, it is, but it's not 1,300 quid beautiful, is it? Gumby Cat, hi! I Vicky, love your show, and I'm inspired by your determination. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like how you call it a show. It does feel like a series sometimes, a TV series. Me too, Vicky, but I'm more attracted to puzzles I find pretty, I suppose. So it might just not be my style. By that, there should be almost none is weird. Yeah, there should be almost none is weird. Yeah, can't wait to be doing evening walk. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have that one too, and I can't wait to do that one. Seemingly in 2028 at this point. Gumby Cat, hello and welcome. Good evening, puzzle friends. Hello, Claire. How are you? Sandra, I've done downtown and the sky was a bit tricky. Yes, I've heard that. I even resorted to using the repeat cut a little bit. Sometimes you have to, though. I doubt you'll have trouble though. When I did, it was my 6K and I'd only done up to a 3K before. Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be good doing a puzzle along on it then, so that I can just share my strategy for doing difficult, difficult bits of a large piece count. And I'm building that one as if I don't have the space I have, if that makes sense. I'm going to build that on boards. So that might also help some people who want to do large piece counts but don't feel like they've got the space. He wants 750 for it. Seems fair, but I won't have a semi-damaged puzzle of that size. But I like his honesty. Yeah, my first 6K that should be. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Have you ever tried a bits and pieces 1500 jigsaw puzzle about Christmas scene? No, I've never done a bits and pieces puzzle. You've got one of them. Hello, a little late. Hi, Jennifer. So yeah, I was just saying to go back to what I was saying. Um, I'm thinking of doing like summary videos. So like, and to be honest, I'd been considering doing it with the Pokemon puzzle, the 5K Pokemon. Some people had asked for a time lapse of it, and I was considering doing it, and then I got an offer from one of my members, Massat, who offered to actually make a video. And we were talking about that. I've explained this a little bit in other live streams, but just to sort of elaborate on this a bit. We were talking about this, and Massat was like, "Do you want just time lapse, or do you want me to include bits of talking where you're explaining your strategy and stuff, more like one of your other videos?" So I was like, "Well, let's start with the latter, and then once that's done, I can release that as a video." Because to be honest, somebody else has asked for that too. Like somebody said, "Can you do a video that's just like compresses down all of the live streams?" For those of us who are building it, but don't want to watch all hours and hours and hours of live stream, which is fair enough. So I thought, well, that kind of resonated in my head when Massat was asking me this, and I thought, well, we'll start with that, and then if I want to, I can chop that down and turn it into a time lapse myself. So and Massat's like working on that, but I think they were supposed to have it done quicker, or we're hoping to have it done quicker, but I don't want to say supposed to because there's no deadline on this. I mean, they're just doing this in their own time. So, which I really appreciate. So, but then I think they had some electricity problems and couldn't use the laptop, and now they're away. They're away on holiday. So that will be coming at some point, and I like the idea of that. And I thought to myself I would do that with this as well. So what I've done is I've recorded my sorting of this. I recorded that yesterday. I've took pictures of the piece shapes and things like that, and I will discuss this in the stream as well. And hopefully I can turn it into like a live stream summary of the puzzle so that that becomes a video that people can watch, and it's just like a shortened version of it that might help if somebody else is doing this puzzle. And if you want the longer version, then obviously the lives are here too. That is not going to go away, is it? That it doesn't seem to be doing it as often. I don't know if I've accidentally turned a setting on, um, but I don't know how to stop it. Doesn't It's not doing it as often, but I'm going to when I've done this live, I'm gonna look that up and see why it's doing that. I don't know if my camera's glitching. Camera now. I've had this camera more or less from the start of my channel, so it's been going like 4 years. So I don't know if that's an error or if I've accidentally toggled something that I shouldn't have. Because it's really frustrating that that keeps coming up. Um, the 5K Pokemon puzzle, that was such a lovely puzzle slash live streams. Yeah, it went really well. It was really popular. A lot of people puzzled along with it as well. But yeah, it's given me ideas for doing things like that. So I thought I would do that with this. Um, and hopefully that helps. And we'll just take it from there. We'll see how this goes. If what I might end up doing is just periodic third live streams, but not all the time. Um, and it just yeah, and I'll feel like I'm actually doing the puzzles in my collection because I've got so many lovely puzzles and I want to do them all and I can't wait to do them all. But it's just I'm just one person. There's so many puzzles and most of them are huge. Ah, ah. So yeah, so it's tough. It's tough to get them all done, but this is good. I think this is going to be good. Might have missed it, but is there a reason you cannot just buy the 6K downtown puzzle? Is it not possible where you are? Um, yeah, Soul Empress, is it maybe just sold out in a few places? I'm not sure. I think it might be, I think it might also be quite expensive in some of the parts. Expensive to get. It was actually quite cheap for me. I mean, not to rub it in or anything, but I got mine on an offer. It was on offer, and I got that one, and I think it was that one and Novel Avenue, both for a reduced price. So I just got lucky, but that was like ages ago. That was before I even had an inkling of doing puzzle alongs. So sometimes you can get lucky. Can't speak for Soul Empress, but definitely for me, it's not readily available puzzle, at least in the USA. I don't think Clementonies are quite as prevalent in the US, are they, as they are over here? Yes, I love all the larger puzzles I'm seeing on here. Oh, good. Thank you, Karen. Great for me too, because of the lovely 40K. I feel like I'm hardly, sorry, goes for me too. Yeah, hardly puzzling my collection this year. Yeah, it is. It is hard. It's hard to keep up with them all. Right. So That was a bit of a lengthy introduction, but I hope you don't mind. And I'm gonna talk about this now, which is this one here. So this is a 2,000 piece Educa puzzle, as you can see, and I do not have a poster. It didn't come with a poster. So this is the image I'm working off. So we do have a little bit of the Educa puzzle, the 2000, and the logo obscuring the image somewhat. That was the same with Entering the Bedroom, which is 6,000 pieces, and it did throw me a couple of times because there were things hidden behind here that I just didn't spot. I mean, it's fine, I can work with it, but that's perhaps a minor drawback. No posters. Clementoni appear to be fixing that. Educa, I hope they catch up. Because honestly, 2K fine, but a 6K puzzle without a poster, I do think that's just slightly ridiculous. Anyway, I'm not going to moan. It's a lovely puzzle, very bright. Going to be great for live streaming, I think. You've got blocks of colour. Like I said, very sortable, and I'm going to go through my sorted piles shortly. The artwork is by Philip Stanton, for those of you who want to know who the artist is. And it's called Penelope Waits. Penelope Waits. I'm assuming this is Penelope. And she's waiting for a sailor. I don't know. I don't know the story behind it. But anyway, that's what the name of the puzzle is, Penelope Waits. This was a gift. I'm just going to say this now before I forget. This was gifted to me from Clark. So thank you, Clark, for sending me this. I was chuffed to bits, and so thank you very much. Few people have asked where they can get this from. I think it's relatively new. So it should be fairly available, but Clark got this one from a place online called Kidin. That's Kidinn. It's all one word. I think they're based in Spain. So depending on where you are in the world, there might be a little wait getting it delivered to you, but I've never purchased from them personally, but I've heard from, people that do purchase from them that they're quite good, they're packaged quite well, they come relatively quick, even though they are coming from Spain, and they're often reasonably priced. So if you can't find it on Amazon or anything like that, try Kidding. If you want to join me with this, that's obviously up to you. This isn't an official puzzle along. I don't have a channel dedicated to this. One or two people already had it. One or two people wanted to do it, so they kind of just took this opportunity while I'm doing the lives to get hold of one. But there's links in the description, Amazon associate links if you want to use those. That gives me a small commission, which goes back into the channel. But as I say, if you're not an Amazon shopper, Kiddin has them. So, just to give you a wee bit of background there on the puzzle. We love giving recognition to the wonderful puzzle artists. Yes, absolutely. That stupid thing. Sorry, I'm going to stop talking about it. Can only apologise. I do not know why that keeps coming up. The camera has not done it previously, so why it's doing it now, I don't know. I think I may have accidentally toggled on a setting, but I don't really have time to look into it. So hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. At least it's around the outside, so it's not really obscuring. I'm going to build this on 4 A2 foam boards. This is an A2 foam board, and it's like, oh, now then, what are the dimensions? 42 centimeters by 59. Have I got that right? 42 by something. I don't know. Perhaps somebody can look that up and tell me because I can't remember. But I worked it out. I didn't want to just use A1 foam boards for all my puzzles. So what I've done this week is I've purchased A3 size or A4 size, not A4, A3, A2, and more A1, and they're all black. And these A2 ones, they're like the medium sized ones, are the ones I'm going to use to build this puzzle. I'm going to build it on 4 of them. So it'll be like quadrants, and I think that's going to work out quite nicely because this isn't a panorama. So I think that's going to go quite nicely. Um, Claudia, I haven't been able to find it until yesterday. An online shop I haven't bought from before, but they only send to your home, and I'm not home, so I can't go. Ah, right, you can't get it till the weekend. Oh yeah, you're away, aren't you, Soul Empress, on holiday? So grateful I got shared the link yesterday. I would never have found that site myself. Yeah, yeah, that's largely Sam that's really kind of spread the word on Kiddin. Sam and then Clark. They're my enablers. They're the Discord enablers. If you don't mind. If you don't mind me saying that. But no, it's a really good find. A really good find, that site. So thank you. Thanks for sharing that, Sam. Bought 3K live from Kiddin. Came pretty quick, and I'm in Oz. Yeah, so yeah, so I've had some good feedback about that place. Don't know if the same Penelope, but in Greek myth, she waited for hubby, whose name I can't spell, to come back from the Trojan War. Oh, right, that's right, in the Odyssey. So is it Odysseus? That's right. I know. You know what? I never thought of that. I never thought of that. Penelope is waiting for yeah, Odysseus. Yeah, okay, from the Odyssey. Yeah, good. Do you know? I never made that link. Probably could have researched it a bit, but this was all a bit last minute, so I didn't have a lot of time. 4 pieces of A4. Yeah, 4 pieces of A2. I'm building this on. That's what I'm building this on. But do you mean like an A2 board is like 4 A4s? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that makes sense. Um, Married. Hi, how are you? I think it's the same Penelope, yes, from Homer's Odyssey. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. My 42K around the world came from Kiddin, from Spain to US. It was on sale for 40% off. Yeah, I mean, that's great. 40% off, that's brilliant, especially on a puzzle like that. A2 size, 42 by 59. I was right. Or 16.5 inches by 23.4 inches. There we go. Thank you for converting that. So that's what I'm building this on. 4 of these. Ooh, blame Sam. Being called worse. What than an enabler? She's trying to hold her suitors at bay until her husband returns from Troy. Ah, okay. So this is obviously a more recent version of this, is it? I mean, she looks quite modern there. She looks quite modern. The whole thing looks modern because it's kind of abstract art, isn't it? Sam and Clark are our feeders. Dipping Delight, hi! Hi, Vicky. Hope you're enjoying your day. Yes, I'm doing good, thank you. Are you doing good? Ah, kidding. Thought you meant the site I shared for downtown. Oh, I see. Is that what you're saying to Winter? Also, I've used a couple of Polish book sites that have cheap jigsaws. Ah, Guka is the site I found downtown on. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Um, And blame has started. I didn't say blame, I said enable. I was not the first person to use the word blame. I just want to point that out. Hi, Helen! Yay, finally got you two working on the telly. Yay! I'm in my room in flat pack hell. Oh no! Oh lol, okay. No, it was the one mentioned now, the Spanish one. Yeah, kidding. My eyes are squirted after doing a different area of my puzzle. I'm on the giraffe legs now. Oh yeah, they probably take up quite a lot of room, don't they? The giraffe on my last section of wildlife was like a big chunk as well. All right, so this is the puzzle. I'll be using the box lid as my reference image, so I'm going to put it on my Aunt Fable stand and put it over there. If anybody joins after and wants to see the puzzle, or has only just joined, to see the image, happy to grab it and show you. But let's move over to the pieces now. So, as I said, apart from edges, I'm sorted by colour totally, like completely. That's how I've sorted it. There's another two boxes here, which I'll bring on in a second. So here we have yellow. This is more orange. This has some orange in it, but it's got brown in it. So it's a little bit darker than this. They're red. And another thing to point out with this is that a lot of the piles are really similar size. It's like the most balanced sort, I think, that I've ever done. Like really similar size. Some are smaller, but mostly they're quite similar. They're the edges. This is dark blue slash purple. This is light purple. That is like a dark pink. And there aren't as many of those, so I'm tempted to start with that colour. Right, and then over here we've got mostly these boxes basically are Ravensburger puzzles that I've taped from Ravensburger puzzles that I've either got in frames or taped. I have a box of boxes that I use for this, and it's really handy. These are the blues, so we've got like the vivid kind of sky blue, light sky blue there. These are like really light blues, lighter blues. These are darker blues. Then we've got these, which are mostly greens. This is more a kind of blue. It's sort of like a turquoise, a darker version of this colour. So it's kind of like a turquoisey colour. Not as many of those. That's more on the green side of turquoise, like teal. Again, not as many of those. That's more kind of grass green here, like a medium green. This is more like a mossy shade of green. And this pile here is another turquoise kind of colour. I don't really know how to. It's more like this, more on the green side of the spectrum, but a little bit lighter. There's perhaps a bit more blue in it, so more turquoisey as well. So there were some like when I sort gradient puzzles, I often get decision fatigue, and then a lot of my piles start to get a bit mixed up. And I did have that going a bit with these three piles, but mostly I think I've done okay with that. So when I posted pictures of all these sorted piles yesterday, I was like, the problem with them all being a similar size is that I'm not really sure where to start because usually I start with the smallest piles, but they're all so similar in size. But I think I'm not gonna do the edges for some reason because I'm building it on these quadrants that are a little smaller than usual. I feel like I could build the edges, but they'd just be off to one side for a bit. So I might as well do the edges as I go along, perhaps. Might even have been better if I'd have sorted the edges into the rest of the colours. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I can dive into them as and when I need them. So I'm not going to do the edges first. I think I'm going to do this pile, which is the dark pinks. This pile maybe as well, which is the dark purpley blues. And then perhaps this one, which is the light purples. Now there are colours scattered across the puzzle, so it will be a little bitty at first. But it'll when I've got a few bits together, when I've got a few sections together, what I'll do is I will spread them onto the quadrants where they belong in that quadrant, and I'll start to do a bit of flipping boards and things like that. So yeah, so that's my plan. So I'm going to get these out, and I'm going to get these out, but I'll keep these in the box for now because this isn't that big a board. Can use these background boards as well, just to see pieces, spread them out or whatever. But for now, I'm just going to try and stick within my area and pull these out. And we will start puzzling. So, I was going to tell you a story about Laena Vision. I seem to have a lot of stories about that puzzle. I don't know why. Um, anyway, I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. What coffee just before I came on. Um, so yeah, Lahaina Vision. As we know, Lahaina Vision, Christian Reese Lassen artwork. It's this beautiful puzzle here, and it's 13.2K Clementoni. Quite rare, you don't see it often. And yeah, it was one of my dream puzzles. What I didn't know was that a mini me version of it existed. Now, a lot of large piece counts will have, and a lot of other puzzles, you'll find pictures, the same images on different brands in different piece counts. It's pretty common. And I like to do, like, ever since I did the smaller Disney orchestra and I did a video putting it next to the big Disney orchestra, I quite like to do that with some of my large piece counts. So I did Pepper Dreams, which was like a section of the Bizarre Town puzzle. That was fun to do. Um, there's a 1K version of the 5K Pokemon, which I would love to get hold of and do. There's a 1K version of the Piatnik playing cards, which I've done. So, I like to do this. And I still had searches set up on eBay for the Lahaina Vision puzzle in case one came up and I wanted to, jump on it. And I had searches set up, and I hadn't, even though I got that puzzle now, I hadn't cancelled the searches. So I still get them come up sometimes. Anyway, one came up and it wasn't the 13K, it was a 1,000 piece version of it by Clementoni, Christian Reese Lassen. Same artwork. It wasn't a panorama, it was just a normal rectangular puzzle, but it was Laena Vision, and I did a double take because I was like, I did not know a mini me of this puzzle existed. I just didn't know it existed. And I went. I thought, yeah, I need to have that. I need to do a smaller version of that because that'd be brilliant. So I bought it. I bought it. It was an auction, but it was also all best offer. So I made them an offer, and they weren't asking. I mean, it was a fair bit for a used puzzle, but they weren't asking loads and loads. So yeah, so I bought it. So it's on its way, and did anybody else know that existed? I think Claudia, you said you'd seen it before, but I think it must be even rarer than that one because I didn't even know it existed. I don't think it's in print anymore, so it's unfortunately not something I can get other people joining in with. But yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. So I was like, right, yoink, I will buy that one, and I did. So that's on its way. Um, it was me. Blame me. It has leaves between, and it's bottom of top area done already, so bit hard. I've done loads of poster pics on the Discord. I think I'm half done now. Oh, I'll take a look at those. Need to catch up with Discord. Lol, not been well, so not been on for a bit. Enjoy watching live today. Oh, that's okay. You know what? Discord is a good thing to dip in and out of because you could get sucked in there all day, every day, if you let it. It never sleeps. Looks like a fun puzzle to do. I have a box with blocks in dark grey. Some are zebra, some are rhino legs in shadow, and I'm leaving until last. Yeah. I think I'd probably leave those till last. Those A1 boards are so much better. So these are A1 in the background. This is A2. Is that what you mean? Or do you use A1 boards for yours? Sorted the edges into colours this time and helped a lot more. Good luck, Helen, on your building project. Yeah, you're crushing that puzzle. You certainly are. Thanks, Ruth. It's been hard going. It's not an easy puzzle at all. Has anyone done the cities beyond the what? From Treffle? Oh, clouds, right. I haven't. I've not done any large piece count trefoils. I've got one. Well, I've got two. I've got a 6K and I've got a 9K. But I've not. No. For Laena Vision, when I start saving up for it for real, probably not for a little while as I'm rounding off my Switch collection. But when I do, what is the amount for a nice copy I should save up? So when I see it come up on eBay, um, new, sealed, often people ask for about 700 to 800 for it, and I think that's on the high side. And when I got offered mine on Rare Puzzles, I think it was €550, which is less in pounds. So that to me was as cheap as I'd seen it, and I know it really doesn't come up that often. So that was a good price for me. So let's say I don't know what the exchange rate is, but let's say about £500. And sometimes you just get lucky. So if you set up a search on eBay, that like I had a search set up, as I just explained, I had a search set up and I never cancelled it after I'd got the puzzle. And one came up that was 100. It was £100 sealed in the shrink wrap. And straight away I let Matt know about it because I know he was on the lookout for it. And but he couldn't buy it in the States, so I had to get it for him and send it over. And he sent me the money and everything, and that was fine. But that like £100 is you just don't pass that up. It was sealed and everything. So that was somebody who just didn't really know what they had. So you do get lucky in that respect. There is one come up recently. I think it's still on there. I'm watching it and I haven't been notified that it's sold. Now, not many of these pieces are going together. It's not good, is it? There we go. There's two of those have gone together. Um, so yeah, so you might get lucky, but I think a good sort of rough ballpark for a reasonably priced one is about £500 or whatever the equivalent is. I don't. Would you agree? Anybody who buys on eBay or is on the lookout for rarish puzzles, what do you think? Is that about right? But I'm not sure what that equates to in your currency, Winter. But that's roughly how much I got mine for. So, right, this piece is going in now. I think it's just because I wasn't really concentrating. Um, so yeah, but yeah, 1K Laena Vision did not know that there was such a thing. So I was quite pleased to find that. Very pleased indeed. Now I'm hoping that doing these sections will then give me an idea of what to move on to next. I'm kind of hoping to be guided by the puzzle here because yeah, I really wasn't sure where to start with it. One thing I think you probably can do with this puzzle is use the transition lines because it's color block. So if I see purple next to blue, I can separate those out. If I see purple next to yellow, for example. I can separate those out. Some of these are more purple than pink, so perhaps a little bit of mist sorting going on here. Because I'm not, some of the purples might even be in here. The slightly lighter ones, but like that. That should probably be in this pile. Yeah, there it is. Got a wavy there. And speaking of wavies, I'll talk a little bit about the shapes in this puzzle. Um, it's very good shape variety. Now that's a bit hit and miss with Educa. It depends on the piece count a lot of the time, but the 2000 piece puzzles seem to have very good piece shape variety. No, it doesn't. So I was really pleased to open this up and find all of the normal standard shapes, or the usual puspects, as I like to call them, and also wavies on top of that. So when I say wavies, I mean these ones with the little convex and concave sides to them that just sit together. There's a lot of those in the wildlife puzzle. And there are double wavies too. So yeah, very, very happy with the P-shaped variety in this. As I say, not all of I'm just spreading these out because I've found a couple of colours in there that go against pieces in here. So I think that might be a good thing that I've got them both out. There. Yeah, I think it's because a couple of these areas go next to each other. Got some nice transition pieces here, yellow and dark bluey purple. Quite a stark colours next to each other, so nice and easy to pick out. Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the box in a wee minute and just give a little overview of what area I think I'm covering here. Because I'm not really, at this point, I'm not really using the box. I'm just recognizing colours and things. So here, I don't see any more. That's more of an orange. Right. Okay. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Mostly RPGs, curated collection like my puzzle one, but it's cheaper on this site. Okay, I've missed a bit of the chat. You're talking about your games, Winter. Approximately £32 or €36. Just a Nintendo Switch Lite, and I love it. I'm in two minds whether or not to get a Nintendo Switch 2, or whether just to go for a PlayStation or something. I quite miss having a PlayStation. Got some great deals on my larger puzzles on eBay. Yeah, you can find some good deals. You've got your chances that try and sell them astronomically priced, like the Minions puzzle. You do have some people who are reasonable, and you do have some people who don't know what they have. So you'll find it just really cheap. Um, when I'm ready, I will set a search for sure. Just nice to know roughly what I'm shooting for. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's about right. I don't. Maybe someone else can add something to that, but I think that's about right. One, I offered a lady 140 for it. It was a starting bid of 80. She said it's worth a lot more than that, so she said no. I then waited and bid and won it for 80. Yeah, this is the thing with the auctions. Sometimes they don't get what they're looking for. The lights are fantastic. I have six of them. Really? What, all in all different colours? Mm. Do you have all different colours, Winter? I've gotten some great Clementoni puzzles from eBay, super cheap. Yeah, yeah. I do wish I spent extra on the Animal Crossing version because I just started playing the game and I'm in love. Yeah, I like Animal Crossing. My daughter Freya, she's got the Animal Crossing Switch. It's really cute. I bought two puzzles on eBay when I first started puzzling, but after a bad experience, never used it again. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've had some bad experiences, but I've had some really good ones too. When was Penelope Waits released? Is it new? Now then, I first became aware of it because Clark posted it in the Puzzle News channel. Ignore the stupid graphics that keep coming up. Um, and that wasn't that long ago, Clark. Did you post that because it was new? Or did you just put it up because you thought it would make a good live stream puzzle? I can't remember. But I remember you mentioning, I remember it was you that posted it, I think. So I'm gonna punt that question to Clark because I'm not sure. I thought it was fairly new. I spent a lot of time in that too. Switzerland is kind of an expensive country. People think we earn a lot, but we also have to pay a lot. 50, what is it, Swiss francs for a 6K puzzle here is normal. Norway is the same. Claudia, the 270 also seems very cheap. I'm waiting for more Nintendo exclusive games to come out before I get a Switch 2. Not too many exclusive options for now. Well, there's the Mario Kart. That was kind of the flagship one, wasn't it? But they've just released the Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is apparently a little bit more gameplay wise like Mario Odyssey, which was just a masterpiece of a game. Loved Mario Odyssey. So it's supposed to be really good, but yeah, there's not many yet. My kids want to wait until a Splatoon game comes out for it. They love Splatoon, and so they're not bothered about the new Mario Kart or the new Donkey Kong, which suits me because I can't really afford a Switch 2 now anyway. um, I did rub it in. I messaged her and said that she wishes she had taken the yeah. Well, you take the gamble, I guess, don't you? Didn't really like the original Switch, so not getting a Switch 2. Um, Morning all. Hi, Sybil. Yeah, I mean, I think we went down the path of Switches after had the kids because I don't know, it's a more family-oriented console, I think. So, using the Joy-Cons for things and having family kind of oriented games, things like we really enjoyed Mario Party. And we play that at Christmas and stuff. So I like the Switch too for kids. But for me personally, I think I might get a PS event. Oh dear. This one isn't going well, is it? This stream. Reconnection successful. Yeah, you might have just seen a blip there. For some reason, OBS just tripped out there and it's back again. Hopefully it was fine, not too long. Yes, different colours, 8 switches total. No kids though, in my defence, and little travelling. Not that I really need to defend here, your collectors too. Yeah, oh no way. No, yeah, absolutely. And I mean people without families have switches. But that was kind of why we went in that direction in our household, basically. So I'm just gonna just quickly grab the pots. Um I got Laena Vision from Rare Puzzle, same as Vicky. Got it for €400, including shipping. Yeah, he's good, Jorge, at Rare Puzzles. You don't. He doesn't. He's not out to fleece you. But I mean, he knows what they're worth. So like I don't mind buying from Rare Puzzles at all because they know the value of what they've got kind of thing, and they'll look after it. So that's good. She got a regular old Switch last Christmas, and it's mostly the kids thing. But then I got Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I love it. I know that's the thing; it just takes one game, and you're hooked. This is why there are certain games I won't buy yet because I know I'll just you won't ever see me. You've got an Animal Crossing puzzle. Yeah, me too. Yeah, goodness knows when that's ever gonna get done. Do you know the artist? Oh, of the Animal Crossing puzzle, or a different one? Got the old as light lol in games card with every game on it. Love it. The main issue is that the Nintendo games I play are Pokemon, and every single Pokemon game on the Switch was disappointing. Ah, right. B, C, or T, same here. Had kids, got the Switch, but usually play on PlayStation or yeah, yeah. I mean, I play the Switch too. I enjoy the Switch. I've been playing Minecraft a lot recently, although I'm to the point in the game. I mean, I've got a survival world, and I'm trying to go through it. Through get to the Ender Dragon and all that. And I'm to the point now where I need to find a nether fortress, and I can't stand the nether. And every time I go in there, it doesn't matter how prepared I am, I die. And it's just, I might give up on it very soon. Keep an eye on Rare Puzzles as well. Yeah, if you contact Jorge at Rare Puzzles and tell him which ones you're looking for, he'll let you know when one comes up. So he contacted me about Laena Vision, and it just happened to be around about the time I was going to Spain. So it worked out really nicely. Love Dreamlight Valley. The sellers on Rare Puzzles are people who love puzzles like us, so we know we can trust them. Yes, exactly. Exactly. The person selling it unused sells it for 200. I bet that shipping is more expensive, and I would want to buy the Woodland puzzle 1.5k. They have a bit cheaper too, so I'm going to wait for now. Can't find the artist, but I'll post the pictures on Discord. Jorge's super nice. Yeah, Merid, I think Penelope Waits was released at the beginning of this year. Also got the Wildlife 3000 from Jorge. Yes, so did I. Jorge let me know about Wildlife too. Because that was one of the ones on my list because it doesn't come up very often. Um, so yeah, yeah, he's brilliant. Think I will do that, but not before I have the money. I think. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're saving up for the Lahaina and you do get it through Jorge, I think you'd be fine with whatever the equivalent of roughly 500 quid is. And there's Claudia got it obviously for a wee bit less than I did. So yeah, I think you'd be fine at that. Um, I'm tempted to have a quick search on my iPad and see why that keeps coming up. I don't. It's really frustrating me that that keeps coming up. It's the little graphics on my screen. But I'll do it off the screen. I promise. I won't put the iPad in my screen like I did before. All right. So looking at the image, these purpley pinks. We've got some down here on this table in this bottom corner. So that I think is this. Yeah, that's this. We've got an orange. So that's around about there. We've got that's a plate from the edge. So you're gonna have this is in the corner, so you're gonna have edge pieces. I'm tempted to dive into the edge pieces and find this so I can get it kind of together. That oh there we go. That attaches those. Um, I must have that piece. Little tiny bit of green on it. Ah, that goes there. Wait a minute. That goes that way. Put it the wrong way. That's why. There we go. So I've got mostly this tablecloth, but what I think I also have is this bit here, where you've got a tree. So that's that bit, and these are, can't see any others of this colour. Oh, there's a little bit there, tiny bit there on that vase. So you've got some up here, some down here, tiny bit there. And actually, now I can see which way these pieces are oriented. So often with Educas, the pieces will be, I mean, these aren't too bad actually. These are a bit more square, but often the pieces will be elongated somehow. And you'll be able to tell the alignment of them, the orientation of them, because they'll either all sit horizontally or they'll all sit tall, like vertically. So, for example, in wildlife, they're tall on the vertical axis. So this one, they sit horizontally. So I've had to kind of turn them around. So that's good. That's good. That's given me my bearings a wee bit in terms of orientation. So so anyway, that's just to show you kind of what I'm putting together here. And then these dark pieces are this here. So these yellows are where it's transitions with this yellow bit here and also that one on that side. Um, and we've got, there's a shooting star there. Most of these are fairly blank though. There's kind of just some stars, but that's about it. So I expect this to come together in just a bit of a block. I don't really see anywhere else where it's this dark. That's fairly dark, but that's a slightly different shade. Might have that bottom bit mixed up a bit with that bit, but otherwise I think that's going to be pretty standalone. So that's where I'm at now. No worries, I'll do that later, Mark. Still sorting here. Staying strong. Finish it probably before starting. You're still sorting the yeah, Penelope Waits. It's Are you just sorting by colour? Other than a few games I play on DS and 3DS, most games I play are available on PC, and I did spend a lot on a really good PC, so might as well play them there. Absolutely. Yeah. My PC makes even the most eBay prices for galactic time travel seem reasonable. Oh dear. Must be a good one then. Oh yes, definitely, Justin. My husband just got a very good PC and he's really enjoying it. It's obviously worth it then, isn't it? If you invest in it and it's good, you know, you get your money's worth if you like. Hi everyone, just got home from Europe. Welcome home. So many live streams and Discord to catch up on this week. Yeah, I know. I'm doing a third one this week. You could watch them while you're unpacking, maybe. Love a good gaming PC. Well, I have to push my son on the saving in heavy rain. On the swing, sorry. Oh, goodness me. My eyes. I need some new glasses. And then we will go in the small pool. Hope I catch you later. Oh, I'll see you later. Have fun. It's fun playing in the rain. My son loves going out in the rain. He's 13. He loves going out walking in the rain. Um, I do not know what's going on with my. Do you know what I'm wondering? I'm gonna try something. I've closed the viewfinder. You know the little window that you open up with the little screen? I've closed it. Maybe that'll fix it. Sometimes I'm sure I have it open though, sometimes, and that still doesn't happen. But maybe I just needed to close it. Again, we'll keep an eye out. Um, mainly use it to play Stardew Valley, but that's beside the point. I've never played Stardew Valley. I've heard good things about it though. I need to give that a try. Currently the highest rated game on Steam. Oh, really? No, I just bought that yesterday, sorting the Schmidt 1000 balloon. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you shared that on Discord. Yes. That looks like a nice one. Merely worked to support my hobby. Oh, no, okay. Closing the screen did not make a difference. I'm resisting the urge to swear right now. Sorry. It's really annoying me. Vicky's going crazy over her cameras, lol. I know, but it's so, like, sometimes stuff just seems to randomly happen that has no reason to happen whatsoever. And it's like, why? Why now? Why? What do you do? This week's been a bit like that though, and it's only Tuesday. I had normally on a Monday night, so yesterday, I teach dancing, and it's ballroom dancing I teach on a Monday, which is like my main discipline, if you like. That's what I was trained in, and I have a class on a Monday night, and it was the first one after being away, and I was really looking forward to it. And then I got a message from a friend who sorts out the hall for me, where that I use. It's a community hall, and she said, "I'm really sorry, but I don't think you're going to be able to do your class. There's the floor's sticky." So we think there's been a kids' party and they've spilt fizzy drinks and stuff on the floor, and they've tried to cleaning it up, but they've just not either not used the right cleaner, or they've just sort of used just a mop and bucket and basically spread sugary water everywhere. And it was impossible to dance on, so I had to cancel yesterday's class, which was frustrating. But I mean, it's not my friend's fault. It's just like she was right to warn me, because you can't dance. You need a good floor to dance on. So there was that, and then now this. Sometimes you just have one of those weeks. And it's so frustrating. Right, so I've done the orientation wrong again here. That goes that way. There. Yay. Okay. So that's the bit in the on the top right. Um well, that goes there. Got a wavy there. Fun as it is to have these different shaped pieces, they can be slightly annoying, the wavies. Because obviously they move around until they're actually wedged in by a piece that connects. So they can be a bit frustrating, but now then, what is that? Oh, that's that plant pot at the bottom. So the vase thing. That goes there. So I've not got too many of those. That one. Oh, that's yeah. That- Mm, that I think goes there, maybe, or that way. Yeah. And then this one, that's definitely this branch. You can just kind of tell. Nah, there. This will be the edge here. So there's no point me looking for pieces that go there. Mm, does that go there? It does. That's a plate that there's oranges sitting on, that blue. Um, looks like a strawberry. Yeah. So they're kind of floating. That's that tree. There we are. So this is coming together now. Coming together nicely. That goes there. So, that's an example of where the box image has been helpful and I've actually used it. Often I tend to ignore the box image, not for any particular reason. I just sort of don't think about it. And then, when I do actually utilize it, I find it's quite helpful. Now then, that way. Where do you go? Hmm, can't see where that one goes. That's got some orange and green. Is that this lime? It's like a lime over here. Don't know. Not sure about that one. Hmm, that's frustrating me. Where does that go? Oh, oh, right. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. That's what's throwing me. It's there. Like it's there. See, that's moved. What's the problem with the wavies? Right there. That I think is the line there. That is there. So we go. That is there. These are floating. Unless, oh no, there. I got them in. Yay! Okay. Right. Okay. So that's all those pieces attached. So that goes top left, that'll go top left quadrant, this will go bottom right quadrant, and that will go bottom left quadrant. So, as I say, I'll have some islands that I'll need to put in the relevant place eventually. This one might be slightly harder to go at because there's not a lot of detail on these pieces. I've done the shooting star. And we're going to have some edge pieces involved, so quite where the top comes into play is not clear yet. Maybe I can shape sort a bit. I may have mis-sorted some of these because we've got some quite bright blue ones here that might not necessarily go in here. That's a wide bit. There's actually lines you can see, and you probably won't be able to tell on the stream, on the camera, but there's like horizontal lines. It's almost like brush strokes, which helps you align things a bit as well. That's a bit dark. I think that might go that way. No. Is that right? Ah, is that right? Can't tell. I don't know. I don't think it is. Oh, that goes there. Right, that I think goes that way. Oh, I've got them there. I think it goes that way. So I'm still not entirely clear on which colour to go for next. Maybe these browns. But I'll just stick with this for now. What's that? That looks like a little bit of orange. Where does the orange come into it? Oh, yeah, could be that side. That side. I think that might go there. I don't know. I think yellow's too numerous at this point. This is the thing, they're relatively big piles of pieces, some of them. I just picked these because they were just a touch smaller. Nope. Nope. That one. Nope. That's quite a big piece. Mm. No, that'll go that way because you can see the gradient in that gets lighter. Nope. Nope. Find it eventually. There. Got it. I'm not sure how well you can see these on this board. These are quite dark, these pieces. That one. Mm. Right, so here is where it's the gradient's starting to get lighter. So that is helping. I can just see um it's getting a wee bit lighter. No, that's not right. There. Oh, we've got a wavy there, which I should have. That's an obvious purple bit. Oh, there it is. Um, that goes there. There. Okay. This is getting quicker. That attaches there. I'm missing a little bit of the chat here because I'm on a bit of a roll. I just want to keep it going for a while it's going. Right. That goes there. Not sure if that attaches yet. No, I don't think it does. Wait. Oh, that goes there. Yay. Okay. I think that is where the edge is. So, that piece. That piece. Nope. There. There. Okay, getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. No. No. Wavy. There. And that goes up there. These are further down because they're where the gradient starts to transition, and I'm not certain with these if they even go here. I could have these mistakenly sorted. So I'm going to just put those to one side. So there, so that's the bit of sky on the top right. That's the bit of tablecloth on the bottom right. That's that bit of tree and hill, top left, and then that's that little bit of vase there. These, I think, are mis-sorted. I think these go where the water is. Um, so not bad, right? Not bad going. Um, yeah, it's brilliant since they did the update. Are we still on games? Nice. We'll keep an eye on it. I love swimming in it. This is like guess the topic of conversation. Oh, I just found the last edge piece. It had been sorted wrong. The edge is finally really complete. Yay! I did that so often when sorting this puzzle yesterday. Usually happens when I'm sorting fast and I just chuck them in without looking properly. And I have to say, some of the wavies in this puzzle aren't as obviously wavy. Some are just kind of like a really gradual little wave. So they you can mistake them for edges sometimes if you don't look properly. Cool, I'm missing two edges on mine. Need to go through the baskets. Yeah, loving the look of the puzzle so far. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice. Me too, Vicky. I focus on pieces and not box. Yeah, but it is nice just to refer to it sometimes, just to get your bearings a bit. I also, for some reason, thought it'd be a great idea to start with Chewbacca. Start with the hairiest one on there. Yeah, what was the reason behind that? Puzzle is coming to you, Gustin. That's right. Shows you the way. See a lot better now that I switched to 1080p. YouTube always tries to sneak in 480. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why it does that. Looking very nice, thank you. Do they go left blue under the purple? These, yeah, possible. Oh, yeah, they might go in there. Yeah, there's a couple of areas where there's water. Um, that doesn't fit there. Oh, that might. Oh, yeah, that one does. Thank you very much. No, it doesn't go there. It's quite a big area though, so I'm not certain I'll attach these yet. No. So I can't attach them yet, but I think these are more likely to be water than they are sky. The sky has a bit of a texture to it. It's like brush strokes. Which it's hard to tell on the camera, but you can see it if you look at them closely enough. The colours are so vibrant and nice. I know. Well, that's one thing I love about Educas though. Starting to take shape, that's right. The hair was really easy to sort. The only other hair on the section is Luke's hair. Everyone else is bald. Oh, that helps. That helps. Sorting done. Yay! Now you can start building. It's the fun part. All right. So I did say I was going to do these light purples next. So let's go for those. And then we'll figure it out from there. As I say, it might come to me. But if it doesn't, we'll just, I don't know, figure it out. I mean, I'm tempted to go through these edges and attach some of the edges on this. Uh, there, that one goes there. That one goes there. See, I've got sidetracked now. I think that goes up there. So I might do that. Just go through these. You've got the author signed it in the bottom right, so you can see where, if there's writing, it's pretty obvious where that goes. Like, here we go. Yeah, definitely got sidetracked. Forgive me. I'll be right with you. There we are. That goes there. Oh, there we go. It just says Stanton. There. a little bit of edge going in. Let's just do this now since I've started. I might as well finish. I've started, so I'll finish, as the guy from Mastermind says. Pretty soon, the edges are gonna have the box to themselves, so I can spread them out a bit. It's a different shade. The reds might be a good way to go. There's not that much red. That was just a really obvious colour pile and pretty easy to distinguish from other colour piles. So that red might be a good direction. There we are, there's another edge. That goes there. I just need to find those two. I'm sure they will reveal themselves. There's one. And oh, that's one on that side. It's nice to have the edges separated because then when you know you're looking for edges, you don't have as many pieces to sift through. And they just pop up at you kind of thing. It's like, oh, here I am. Um, so I'm glad I separated them by shape rather than just throwing them in with all the other colours. I didn't really consider to do that because it's just not something I normally do. I'm looking. Oh, what else did that get in there? I'm looking for these two now as well at the same time. I may have glossed over them because I wasn't looking for those colours. But I'm looking now. There we go. That's that. I think that's it. No, I don't think I'm going to find any more. Oh, is that one? Where's that one? Are you in here? Could have missorted. Oh, no, it's just the last one I turned over. There we are. That's typical, isn't it? Right, grabbing these out. Now, as well as light purple, it's like a lilac. I have thrown some light grey pieces in here. Um, like there weren't many of those, and it wasn't a particularly big pile, and it was sort of as closely matched as I was going to get with the light purple. So it's a wee bit of a mishmash, this one, but not by much. So there, now the edges have got a box to themselves. So that's going to be easier to see them and just dig in and out of them. That one, I don't know why that's in there. That should have been in the light blue pile. We're all going to Vicky. It goes there from all over the planet. Oh, did I miss something? Looking good. The one you put in is the one I thought goes there, lol. Yeah, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Sometimes the one closest to the puzzle is just the one least likely to see it. All right. So again, I can utilize transitions. Um, To get my bearings a bit with this, we've got a purple next to light blue. There. We've got quite a few of those actually. Some purple next to brown. Look at that. And some of the shades of blue are a little different. So that helps. I've got some purple next to green. Wrong way around. I'm just kind of trying to orient them all the same way, but they might not be oriented quite correctly in terms of the puzzle itself. There were one or two of these white pieces. I think that they're just tiny little bits of like boat sail and building and stuff. Some of those got sorted into the yellow pile, so I'm just going to separate that. That's orange, brown. I'll put that over here. Oh, there's an edge piece. Mis-sorted edge piece and another one. Mm, I'm liking the shapes of these pieces because they do make it does make it a bit easier to find pieces. Some are just solid purple, so that's something. So there's a bit of I'm doing a bit of micro sorting here within the pile itself. Just solid. What is there? Um, Tiny bit of a gradient in some of these purples. And these are the more grey ones. So as I roughly know where they go, I think. And I'll explain in a minute. I'll grab the box and show you that. That's actually the boat. It's kind of a grey colour, but it's a really obvious texture. So there aren't going to be many of these. There. There we are. Purple and orange. Oh, it's actually more of a light pink, that is. Um, Blue. Getting big long lines coming together here. I don't think. That goes there. Mm, ha, that goes that way. I'm doing it again. I'm misaligning them. I don't know why I'm automatically going for the vertical alignment with this. I think it's because of 'cause wildlife is that way. I'm just so used to doing that puzzle. Mm, yes, there we go. Goes in there. There we are. Tiny bit of orange in that piece. And right, once I've finished my micro sort on this, I will show you what's what. Assuming I can figure it out myself. I'm sort of it's becoming clearer to me as we go along. And don't forget I was saying I've got some whitish greyish pieces in with this bunch as well. So there's a bit of a mishmash. Only a tiny bit of purple in that one. More of a grey. Not sure about that one. Transition there, look, there we go. And then a blue transition there. Oh, okay. There we go. There. Some of the areas of purple in this are actually quite narrow, so they're not necessarily big blocks of colour. That's that boat. I think I've more or less got the boat. I don't think I've got the sail in here, but right. Roughly micro sorted here. Doesn't look very sorted, but it is. Trust me. So here is the image again. Here is a strip of the light purple, and also here it actually curves round. So you've got transition with blue here, but you've also got transition with blue here and on this side, but there's slightly different shades of blue. Got transition with green, and then, excuse me, these purplish, dark purplish, greyish areas are this here. This bit's has a bit more of a purple hue, and then this is more grey, and that side is more grey. So I think I can put that together, probably attach some edge pieces to that as well. And, all being well, this vase won't be floating. So I think I can do that, and I think that's it really. There's not, it's just these and this that I'm dealing with here. That's the boat that I was talking about. So I've got most of that, but that's just going to be floating at the moment. So that's what I'm working on here. Oh, there we go. Hi, Miranda. How are you? Sorting is so boring, but wow, does it feel worth it when you start building finally? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I feel like that with this puzzle. I just wanted to get it done, but thankfully it was a fairly easy sort. But yeah, I'm pleased I have done. I find sorting and laying out pieces on trays are ideal activities for live streams. Yeah, yeah, because you don't really have to concentrate much apart from just making sure they're all aligned the right way. Edge done. A rare occasion when I got them all first go. Yes, it's nice when that happens, isn't it? It is, Sam, but also I want to puzzle on them, so I get restless while sorting. It's a good feeling, Winter, when that happens. Absolutely. Nada, hello. That's a nice puzzle, Vicky. Yeah, it's a lovely one, isn't it? Thank you. Can totally relate. I can even explain how jealous I am, Ruth. Oh no, what you jealous of? Trust me, I'm a dissectologist. Trust me. I hope you do trust me. Yes, us too. We feel it's good to get to know the puzzle and building it becomes easier as a result. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's definitely a good way to get to know the puzzle because if you do a sort from the beginning, you every piece has been through your hands. A true puzzler, Sam. She loves sorting. Right, I think I'm more or less done with my coffee. Hmm. Hmm. Took my last sip of tepid coffee now. Right, so there's actually a little tiny bit of purple in that one, like pinkish purple. There we are. That's that vase. So I'm gonna try and put this little what do you call it? Balustrade, banister thing together that's at the bottom, and hopefully it's not too laborious a task. And some of these ones that have green in are like the top of it, and it's where it transitions into the grass. So that's handy. Uh, that bit should be obvious. There we go. No, that's the wrong way around. Yeah, that's the wrong way. That goes there. Right, because there's green transitions underneath as well. So that's worthwhile remembering. Where's that one? Should have a wavy here. I ain't seeing it though. No doubt it'll pop up. That's one of the bits that goes down. Oh, there it is. There's the wavy. Got it. Right, okay. That's good. Have I got you? Where are you? Purple and green. Should be around here somewhere. Oh, ah. Okay, so that's where it changes to the more grey colour. I'm just going with the flow here. I've kind of gone off the purple, but I'm just gonna go with what's standing out to me. And then no, that's not right. It's good, but it's not right. I'm all about my catchphrases today. No, is that right? No, that's not right either. That's not right either. That, I think, is one of the bits that goes down. Yes, it is. It could be that some of these pieces are actually in with the green pieces. I'm sure these are more the white ones. Uh, there. Sometimes it's throwing me because you have these pillars going down as well. And I'm looking for a piece, that doesn't have the pillar on, but it should have the pillar on. So then that's throwing me. Oh, that should go in here somewhere. I think that's maybe down here. But I don't seem to have that piece. No. Ah, that one? No. Ah, come on, it was going so well. Have I got you? Yes, I have. Ah, there's that bit. Uh, I'm not sure about that. There, that goes there. Ah, goes there. I've got to remember that the edge is going to go here somewhere as well. Does that? Yes, it does. All right. Now then, why can't I get these two together? I've missorted some somewhere, I think. There. And there. Okay. Um. Right. Okay. So I'm ish there with this. I'm tempted again to go back to these edges. To try and just gel that bit together. So I'm not dealing with lots of floaties. Does frustrate me when I'm dealing with floaties. Sometimes. It's just, I don't know, just feels better to have a chunk together sometimes, I think. So pulling out what I think are the little pillars. And there's some bits of like mossy grass in between. So I will pull those out too. And as I say, hopefully that will help a bit. Here they are. Might not have all of them right. I'm not entirely certain that they're right, but we'll see what we can figure out. No. So there's no, it's not, doesn't go there. Oh, okay. Looked like it did. That's those two. That one. That looks like a bit of dark purple. There it is. Right. Well, that should go over here, but I can't see yet how to attach it. Ah, uh-huh. Right. That's on the wrong side. So, not to worry. And we'll get it figured out. That goes there. That goes there. Right, now I can attach. Right. This could go well, it might not. I just need space. I'm running out of space now on this little A2 board. But that's fine. It should be enough for this stream at least. There we go. So, that is the bottom edge. That's the vase I did at the start, and then this is the little banister thingy. So now what I want to try and do is get these attached if I'm able to, if I've got space. Well, it's quite wide, so it's a wee bit more difficult. There, there's that one. And then they suddenly get tall, the pieces here. They're quite sort of squat here, but tall here. There we are. That's that one. There. Right, that attaches those two. And that. Oh, okay. Oh, that threw me. Right, okay. So, the reason that threw me and I didn't think to put those together is because I think that is the center line. So it's grid until it reaches there, and then it's not grid. It's the corners don't line up. So that is a center line hiccup there. We'll call it that. And that's why. That's why I didn't put two and two together. Uh, oh, oh, there's a tiny bit of purple on that right hand edge. Okay. Not certain where these go yet. Well, I think I'm missing a few. There, that goes there. And that goes there. Right. So, I don't know why I don't have that piece or where that's got sorted into. Slightly frustrating, but it's okay. The edge is helping get things together a bit here. Um, but I don't have all of them. That goes there. That goes there. I don't think I need those yet. So let's grab these. So I'll look up and chat a wee bit once I've figured out this edge. There we go. What's that one? That's that one. All right, and there's some just plain green ones here in between. I may have to find those. That's over there. There we go. That's there and that's there. So ultimately, once I do separate it onto the four boards, that will be where it cuts off. So everything this side will be on the bottom left board, and everything that side will be on the bottom right board. At the moment, I've just got them together because it just helps, but that's eventually what I'll do. Um, right, so I think I'm gonna try. There we go, found that bit. There's a bit there with just a tiny sliver of purple. There it is. There it is. So they're attached at least. You know, if I could find these. There's one. And where's that one? Can't see it. Can't see it at the moment. Not jumping out. It's not any of those. Oh, there it is. That's it. Okay. So that's the little bit at the bottom. What have we been saying? True puzzler Sam. Good morning. I'm good. Good. I'm glad you are. Vicky, what do you do when you complete a puzzle? You re-put it in its box again, or depends on the puzzle. So, my big ones, I usually tape them and keep them. A couple of them I've given away. My like smaller ones, usually I take them apart unless I'm keeping it for a specific purpose, like for example my mini me puzzles. Like so the puzzles that are smaller versions of larger puzzles, I tend to keep those. If I really like the puzzle, if it's like a 1K, I'll tape it and put it in my album. Usually that's like selections, so like my abandoned puzzles and that kind of thing. But it often depends. Some I'll just put away and I won't do them again, so I'll pass them on to a charity shop or I might sell them. I do have some friends that I actually teach dancing to that are starting to get into puzzles, and sometimes I'll pass them on to them to do. So yeah, it varies. I don't really love going through all the pieces, but I love laying them all out and lining them up neatly. Yeah, I don't enjoy that process, but I do like how they look when it's done. And some puzzles, I was making this point yesterday after I'd sorted this puzzle. Some puzzles just look really good sorted. Like gradients, I would say are like that. And they just because they're so bright and colourful and it's like, you're looking at a rainbow and it's really nice. So this was one of them. So I do like the result, but I tend not to enjoy the actual process really as a general rule. Right, so that I've got that aligned the wrong way. I'm not really sure why. It's that way. Eh. And that's mostly done. I do have a bit there. Where's that bit? There. And that is just full purple. So that means I'm going over here. And then, oh no, that's quite long actually, that bit. Quite tall. So that goes even further down. Uh, that way? Yeah. And then we've got, have I got that one? Don't know. Let's see if I can find this one. We're starting to get into darker purples here. That, I think, goes further down. It does get darker on this one as you go down. And eventually we reach the edge again. A bit of a gradient too. On this side it turns to green. That looks like it belongs to this somewhere. Ah, there. It's almost pink colour on that side. There we go. So let's move that there. Oh, that's space. It's okay. I mean, I do have more boards off the camera over there, so I could always just grab another board. I'm just trying to keep it all on one for now, but we'll see. We'll see how I get on. Yeah. So right, I should have you somewhere. Okay, here we go. Uh, I'm in my own way. Here we go. Right, there. That's that, and that's that, and that's that. So this, I think, is the bottom, maybe the bottom edge, because I don't have any more green. No, that's not right. Uh, ah, there. So these should get darker in colour and then meet up ultimately with these. And I do see now there's another one in the top right. So that, oh, that's the cloud. Right. Hmm. Okay, yeah, and a lot of these go next to this. Um, right, so let's maybe I should start working on this one, and that might make things a bit more simple. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, because that's the cloud there, that one. And then it turns to blue sky again. So have I got that over here? That's curvy, so I think that goes at the top. And so is that. There's only one area where there's a curve in the purple, and that's up there. So there we go. Yeah, that's top of the curve. Right, so there, I can put those together. That's a curvy bit. That way. I feel like I've got a lot missing here. That doesn't go there. It goes there. Where's that one? Ah, there we go. So I had that on the wrong side. Does that go there? No, it doesn't. Ah, okay. Ah, there. Does that go there? No. Right. There's like a solid line where it suddenly goes from dark purple to light purple, and I think that's actually on this side there. No. Wait, better? Ooh, it's not that easy, this puzzle. It's not that easy. Not what I expected it to be necessarily. It is a wee bit deceptive in that regard. Right. So that goes there. That goes down here. That's just going to fall apart. There we are. Um, so that's like there. That goes there. So that attaches those. That's good. There's an obvious bit there that I don't seem to have. Oh, it's down here. Why is it down there? Well, in fact, I don't even think that's it. There, that goes there. There. And that's where that transition line is. There is another one, however. There it is. Up there. Alright, that's what was confusing me. That goes there. And that attaches. Let's move this down a bit. Here. Yay! I knew it would make sense eventually. There. That actually, I'm gonna have to put it sideways for it to fit. Goes here. Okay. There. This has to fit in somewhere. Where do you go? There. There we have it. It's a bit haphazard, but that's them all in, most of them. I'm going to put those down there. They're a bit miscellaneous. I'm not entirely certain about those yet, or them. Um, but there we have it. And that one I'm confused about as well. Oh, no, it goes there. What do you think? What do you think? Wait, I need to see where I was last. Just popping in. Lovely puzzle. Have fun. Oh, hi, Gail. Hi and bye. I guess I've missed you now. Hello, Matt. How you doing? I love the color blocking in this puzzle. Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? It's really nice. But I think some of the transition lines and the fact that there are colors, the same colors on different parts of the puzzle, that throws me a bit. In fact, I'll tell you what it puts me in mind of. And it isn't like that puzzle, but I've had a similar issue with it. Do you remember when I did the Sky Love puzzle by Soonness? And that was a gradient, but it was like lines of color, but the lines had a gradient. So you had these constant transitions between two colors, and sometimes the transitions between two colors would be the same up here as they would, say, down here. And so I'd have sections coming together that I thought might were supposed to go together, and they don't. They went in different parts of the puzzle. So that's what's sort of throwing me a bit. It's the transition lines and the repeated colors, but mostly you can figure it out. Like it doesn't take long to figure it out. But yeah, so just sometimes it's like takes a little minute or two for the light bulb to go on. Yes, it's well connected, this puzzle. Good for us to launch into, as we don't usually do 2,000 pieces or more. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. This one, um, I mean, you've done the Castle of Horror, so you've got a little inroad there. But this is a great one to do as a first 2K, or as you know, as a not done many 2Ks kind of a puzzle. I would definitely recommend it. I mean, if you can stand the Educa looseness, I would recommend it. It's got the variety of piece shape going for it. It's got the stunning image quality. It's a lovely image, lovely colours, colour block. Quite easy to sort. It's yeah, definitely I would recommend it. As I say, but you've just got to be okay with the fact that Educa is a loose fit, which I'm quite used to now. Novel Avenue and If Fish Could Walk, both 2K mark, are also great and easy to sort. Yes, I would agree with that. I've not done If Fish Can Walk yet, but Novel Avenue certainly is a good one. Yeah. And yeah, like you say, Ravensburger, you're not going to have the loose fit, which is good. Definitely lulls you into a false sense of easiness. I thought with the colour blocks that it would be a really quick build until I started putting it together. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what it is. It's the blocks where they and it's necessarily the blocks themselves, it's where they meet each other. And the fact that you've got similar colours in different parts of the puzzle. With this, there was a texture to it, kind of. So I knew roughly that the pieces belonged to this item here. So that's good. And it's just a case of filling in these gaps where I've got green. Um, I'm not sure what's happened to these pieces, whether I've maybe just put them in with the yellows. Some of the light coloured pieces I put in with the yellows. That was one of the indecisive kind of moments that I had, where some ended up in here with the purples and some ended up with the yellows. Well done, Vicky. Nice. Thank you. So stunning. Looking good there, Vicky. Deceptively difficult, methinks. Yeah, it's yeah, trickier than it looks. Definitely. Well, you've done a lot since I was away. It's not bad. Yeah, I think I've done good. Did well, good progress. So what time are we? 2:45. So how long have I been going? I won't have to what, 2 hours and 15? That's not bad. That's not bad considering I mean I spent a while talking at the start. So I don't think that's bad going. So I think I'll probably stop building there, but it would be good to have a plan as to where I'm going next with it. Um, I mean, edges, I think I'll just do what I've been doing and dip in and out of those. With orange and yellow, there's a lot of them, so I'm not really thinking of going for those unless what I might do with the yellow, perhaps off camera, is pick out some of these lighter, whiter pieces where I've been indecisive as to whether I'm going to put them in here or put them in there. Might do that, I don't know. There's no rush really to do that though. My instinct is I did think brown, which I've got here, which isn't humongous, the pile. And I also thought red for similar reasons. And the thing about brown is a little bit more scattered across the puzzle, so there are drawbacks there. But with red, there's only really a couple of areas where there's red. And they just both happen to be in the same box as a happy coincidence. I'll show you the image and we can talk about it a bit. Um, so red you've got here behind the 2000, and that's just a block of red, not much by way of distinction, I guess. Could attach it maybe to this purple. That's quite red, that bit there. She's wearing a red dress, but these are just really small areas. And then here, I've got a bit that I could potentially attach the edge to at the top there, where the dark sky is. So, I mean, whatever I go for, I'm gonna have bits of colour all over. But I think red might be a goer. With the brown, I'll probably have a little bit of this this, which is quite obvious, and some rooftops. This maybe down in this corner, which could fill out this a bit. So the brown would be a good way of filling out a couple of sections. I think I might focus on this box next time around. And then who knows after that, we'll just take it as it comes. Um, I mean, I could perhaps, there's a possibility I could perhaps, by that point, when I've done these, I could perhaps actually have the four quadrants set up. I'll definitely introduce another foam board next week. But by the time I've done sections like that, I could have the four quadrants set up, have everything in the right place, and maybe do the edge, just complete the edge. And that'll help me get it a bit more cohesive kind of puzzle, and I can build out from the edge and stuff. That's an interim plan anyway. We can take it from there. So there we have it. Penelope Waits, week one, or live stream one. What do you think? Not too bad, I think. Not too bad. I can only apologise for the occasional popping up of that graphic from my camera. I need to look into that because I can't be having that happening each time. It's very frustrating. I might do a couple of test live streams, just private ones, just to see if I can stop it from happening. Um, Thankfully, it's not really obscured the puzzle. It's just a bit off-putting. So I can only apologise for that. I don't know why it's been doing that. But I hope, in spite of that, that you've enjoyed it, that you've enjoyed the stream, and that you're enjoying the puzzle. Really nice puzzle. I'm loving it so far. Really enjoying it. And yeah, not sure when the next stream will be. Probably next Tuesday. But I mean, there's even scope to do, I could do one on a Friday or something. I've not kind of set this one up to be consistent necessarily, just a few live streams where I'm building the puzzle. So I guess look out for the next one because I'm enjoying it so much. I might want to do one sooner than next Tuesday. It's just nice being on the the summer holidays and just being able to do more puzzles. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with this. But as I say, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Sounds like a great plan. Good, good. Thank you, Vicky, for the lovely live stream. You'll have a lovely day. Yeah, you too, SS. Lovely puzzle, Vicky. Thank you. You're welcome, Claire. Thanks for being here. Can't wait to get this in the mail. Or maybe I'll give you a few days, winter, for yours to come before I do it again. It's not like I don't have other puzzles to be getting on with. I'm just enjoying it so much. It's a really lovely puzzle. Are you doing Thursday? Yes, Thursday will be normal. So just to go through all my closing off spiel, um, in the description, there are links to my merch stores if you would like to check those out. There is also an invite link to the Discord server if anybody's not in that. Check it out. It's a really good community and it's free to join. So check that out as well. There are links to this puzzle, Amazon associate links if you're interested in doing this puzzle. But don't forget, there's also Kidin, Kidinn, a good online site to get puzzles from. And I believe they do have this puzzle in stock. So there's that as well. Please leave a like. On both in the live chat, but also a wee like on the actual video itself. I really appreciate your likes if you've enjoyed it. If you've missed the live chat and are watching it afterwards, please do leave a comment. And yeah, you can ask me any questions about the puzzle or just about the live stream generally. I think that's it. I think that's it. But yes, I will be live streaming again on Thursday as normal and Saturday as normal. I've got to still sort my life panorama, which is going to be on Saturday. Another big Educa I have to sort this week. So I'll be getting on with that in the next few days and posting photos of how I've sorted it, and that will be on Saturday. Thursday, it's continuing with the Ravensburger Amazing Nature puzzle, just at the same time, 11:30, at the same time as usual. So yeah, I will see you all at those. Working on the video for the Cloud Breeze puzzle, which is finished now, Nocturnal. So that'll be coming up soon too. And yeah, lots to come, lots of fun things to come. So thank you so much, everyone. I will see you next time, and I will get this done, camera fixed if it's the last thing I do. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.